Hello my dear friends, and welcome back to another Star Wars news update. So originally I was going to post a Bad Batch video, but that's going to have to wait because some huge news has just broken from Making Star Wars. Jason Ward, who's the one that provided original plot leaks for the show, most of which are panning out word for word, has now received news that the ending of the Kenobi show has changed. Lucasfilm have altered it. Just to recap, in case you're new, in the original leaks, Reva, the third sister, was going to go to Tatooine and realize Kenobi's mission. She would see the importance of protecting Luke, and she has a redemption arc of sorts. She spares Luke's life and goes back to Vader, now as a spy for the Jedi cause. And she looks Vader in the eyes and basically tells him that Kenobi's been killed. Vader, of course, is not stupid and he knows that she's lying and so effectively kills her. And this is meant to explain why she's not alive later in Star Wars Rebels or any other Star Wars content. Well now my dear friends, as far as Reva's fate is concerned, that is no longer the plan. Jason says that while he's not sure if they reshot anything, the ending has been amended and Reva's death scene has been removed so that she can come back in a future season or spin-off. And to that end guys, Making Star Wars also confirmed that Kenobi is getting a season 2. And as a bonus they mentioned the Grand Inquisitor is alive and well and is going to return later this season, so no Rebels retcon there. So let's dive into the report so we can see what Jason said in his own words. Exclusive, Obi-Wan Kenobi Season 2 is moving forward and the fate of Reva revised. Today I learned some big things about Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi and the future of the series from sources inside Disney. Apparently the preliminary numbers for the show were so promising that continuing Kenobi's story during the dark times of the Empire was looking extremely attractive. Ewan McGregor seemed to tease another season at Celebration. Then, the show itself proved to be a powerhouse for Disney Plus by breaking records for the streaming platform. Now, while a second season might seem to be a given for the limited series, there will be more stories for Kenobi in the future. But he does say, I do not know if it's going to be sold as the second season or something else, and this is the big part, but changes have been made to Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi to explore some of the remaining story potential. And then he talks about Reva, spoilers, the fate of Reva. Jason says, up front, I need to stress that the ending of Obi-Wan Kenobi is about Kenobi, his experience and his change in morale after his adventure. That was always the case and will always be the case, regardless of how anyone wants to twist my reports to suit their audience's twisted needs. So then he gets to the meat and potatoes. I've been informed that Moses Ingram, Reva Savander, will return for the next story, and her death sequence at the hands of Darth Vader has now been cut or amended. I cannot confirm if they reshot anything. However, Reva will survive the 6-episode arc of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Originally, Reva proved to herself that she was not as evil as she wanted to be. She kept Kenobi's secrets, lied to Darth Vader, and faced the consequences of those actions. He says, I don't know if Reva returns to the Empire now, or even exactly what was changed. Right now though, it seems like her fate is left open for Season 2 story. And he also confirms the Grand Inquisitor is not dead and will return in this first season. Whatever the changes are, he expects Reva is going to be in a lot of trouble. And in bold font he writes, I do not expect a complete revision of the ending itself, just the Reva ending. Now, a lot of fans are going to be happy, those who love Reva's character, but at the same time, I know a lot of fans are going to be upset. But I think Lucasfilm saw the story potential with the character, and if, as Deborah Chow once said, there is more narrative to tell with Kenobi at this stage, they will reassess the label of limited series. Well, that seemed to have happened, my dear friends. On one hand, the great news is we're getting more stories with Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen, but on the other, this is not going to be the one and done self-contained story it was slated as. Let's see how it pans out. Let me know your thoughts of this in the comments down below. So now my dear Megalorians, let's move on to our next subject. We're going to be speaking about Jedi Survivor, the sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. What has gotten a lot of fans talking is the mysterious man with the long blonde hair in the Bacta tank on Wayland. I think it's part of Palpatine's cloning facility, but all theories aside, that's not what we're going to be talking about. Instead, there is a rumor out there that Darth Maul himself is returning for the video game. Set 5 years after the events of Fallen Order, and at the same time as the Kenobi show, Jedi Survivor not only promises the return of the Mantis crew, but other familiar characters from the Star Wars universe, at least according to Respawn. But now Xbox Extra, the podcast, have exclusively revealed that Darth Maul is set to appear in the game as a villain. This won't be surprising for those who played Jedi Fallen Order, because Dathomir was prominent in that game, and bear in mind the game is the same time frame as Solo: A Star Wars Story, so at this point, Maul is the leader of Crimson Dawn, and some of those players could come into it too, like Kira, Dryden Voss, and others. And this is something that Jordan Mason over at Cinelinx teased a while back too. And I guess it'll be nice to have Crimson Dawn as the main antagonists instead of just the Empire and Stormtroopers. But just based on the teaser trailer, I'm so excited for this game. And remember guys, it's only for next generation consoles only. The question is, are they going to get Ray Park or maybe get Sam Witwer for the voice? Nothing is known yet, and remember it's just a rumour, but given the time period, this is very likely indeed. So now guys, some great news for some more Star Wars announcements. At D23 Expo 2022, which is the 9th of September to the 11th, Disney have promised some Star Wars announcements. Now we've been burnt in the past on Disney Plus Day, so do keep that in mind, but they do promise to showcase some new Star Wars material. We might get some of the trailers that were exclusive to Celebration, the first Ahsoka teaser, and the footage for The Mandalorian Season 3, but nothing at this stage is known. All they're promising is exclusive material for Star Wars, Marvel, and Pixar. So let's wait and see. And so finally, my dear friends, Temuera Morrison has revealed that playing the clone trooper in the Kenobi series is the first time he's put on the armor. Of course, in the prequels as Cody and some of the other clones, he didn't wear the clone trooper armor. He wore armor as Jango Fett, but for the clones, it was all CGI. He opened up in a new interview about how great it felt and also stated it's the only clone he's playing in the Kenobi show, so do not get your hopes up for other clones, but we will see Cody and others in the Bad Batch Season 2. And of course, hopefully he's playing Rex in Star Wars Ahsoka. And so just before I go guys, one final tidbit for the Kenobi series. The Vader performance artist on the show has confirmed that it's not Hayden Christensen in the suit for full body shots. In his own words he says, Hayden and I both act in the Darth Vader scenes, we bring the character and the emotions. I'm 6'7", so when you see a full body shot, it looks better having an actor versus a CGI creation. Tom specializes in the fighting, the fights are Tom, full body with helmet on is me, and Hayden carries the heaviest burden of all, the pain and betrayal of his best friend and once mentor. So this begs the question of when Hayden is actually in the suit. Well, it turns out it's just for some of the close-ups, which means the bulk of Hayden's performance in this series is as Anakin Skywalker in flashbacks. We got a glimpse during Kenobi's hallucination the other day, but full-on Clone Wars flashbacks are still to come. Super exciting stuff, guys. So with that said, my dear friends, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. May the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg. Have a good one.